aspects of your personality do you recognize in the culture or genetics of your ancestors? What aspects of your personality do you recognize in the culture or genetics of your ancestors?
My taste for food. That is one thing that I recognize as very, very close to my ancestors. Now I know that it is not true because my kids have the same ancestors. Of course, there is one difference, but they have totally different tastes than mine. So in terms of food, that is one thing. The other thing that I think I may have carried over from my ancestors is my faith. That is also something that I've carried over from my ancestors. That I think has continued for my kids too. What I do not see as that I've carried over from my ancestors is that I'm the first person in my family from my whole generation to be settled abroad, and I was lucky to be here in the US. So that is one thing that I'm different, and of course my kids are also going to be different that way. Other than that, I cannot think of anything else because, to be honest, I do not know any of my ancestors. I just know I've seen my dad and my grandma. I've never seen my grandfather, or from both sides. So there is not much I can add. I can speculate, but I cannot add anything. But this is the only thing that comes to my mind. That said, let's not look into what our ancestors did, what our ancestors are, what our ancestors were. Let's look at making our life the best what we can right now. We don't even have to worry about it. People say, hey, in the past birth you were this, and there are so many things I have heard people tell me or people tell to others. There is no right and wrong in that because nothing of those can be proved. Now, if I tell you that my ancestors was a very brave man and I am a brave man, there is nothing to prove there. But we should always look at what is present, live in the present, and judge people by the present. Don't look too much at ancestors. Just for inspiration, it's good, but other than that, live your life in the present.